There's over 20 new games coming to Kickstarter and GameFound in February. Let's talk about it. Before we dive into today's video, if you want to get notified by any of these games that I mentioned in today's video, make sure you sign up for them in the link down below. When it comes to games on crowdfunding sites, dates change all the time. So the best thing you can do is sign up for them so you don't miss when they go live. And while you're down there, hit that like button, absolutely destroy it, and now let's get right into the video. On February 1st, we have Rogue Angels coming to Kickstarter. This is a sci-fi legacy game. There's tons of different characters that you can play as, with each of them having their own unique abilities and starting cards. You're customizing your character as you play through the game, giving it that legacy element. You're building different relationships with different factions in the game that will cause different outcomes in the storyline. There's over 70 different scenarios that you can possibly play in this game. I do have a review coming out for this game. I did get a prototype copy. Spoiler alert, I do like it, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Next up, I have Seas of Havoc coming to Kickstarter also on February 1st. This is a pirate-themed combat game with just the most adorable sheeples. I'm not too sure if that's a word, but the sheeples do look amazing. If you enjoy pirate games, definitely check this one out. There's a bit of worker placement in the island phase where each player will place workers on an island to gather resources. You can also upgrade your ships and purchase cards to make your starting cards even better. After that, there is a sea phase where you are truly tested to be the mightiest pirate of the high seas. We have Chang An. I've talked about this on the channel before, and I guess it was delayed to February, but this is a city card building game. It plays simple, fast, and easy. If you like card city building games, check this one out. Next up, I have Floating Floors coming to Kickstarter February 8th. I'm also going to be getting a prototype copy of this game, so look forward to my review video for that. But this is a game where you are playing as ninjas, trying to balance them on cards. You're going to be using tokens to help you balance those cards and to use them to sabotage your opponent. Next up, I have Iron Forest. I talked about this one plenty on the channel before. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's from the same creators that brought Ice Cold to life. It is a flick them up game where you're playing as mechs. You're trying to complete some missions to gain points. It looks like it's going to be a great family game. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Next up, on February 15th, I have Bloc Uprising. This is coming to GameFound, and this is a strategy game of revolutionary politics and street level tactics. This is the third iteration for Bloc. This one comes with revamped mechanics, new and immersive gameplay. Speaking of block games, this next one sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun for parties. Check this one out on Kickstarter. It is called Bonc. This is a party game for 2 to 7 players where you're trying to play the same card as somebody else that's sitting next to you. Each card in the game has a different number and you must play the same number in order to bonk that player. If you're into party games, I highly recommend to check this one out. It's a lot of fun to say bonk. Check this one out. I'll have a link down below. Broken Planet. The planet is on a verge of destruction. In this game, players are trying to get favor from the gods. In order to do this, they must discard gemstones for special action. They must build temples to generate unique effects. Players can also create relics to gain favor from the gods, or they can also gain favor by attacking other players. Whatever action you choose, you must choose carefully because there can only be one that gains the most amount of favor with the gods. Speaking of the planet being destroyed, I have to bring up this next one, which is the one I'm most excited for. That is Tindaya. I've also talked about this one on the channel plenty of times. This one definitely looks like it's going to be an incredible cooperative game. They also have a solo and competitive mode. It is an adventure survival Euro game for 1 to 4 players. You are trying to please the gods, and if you don't, disasters will happen, causing the world to be reshaped. This will force the players to change their strategies in order to please the gods as the world changes around them. Again, I've been following this one for a long time. I definitely recommend checking it out over on GameFound. Since we're talking about gods, you definitely gotta check out this next one coming to Kickstarter. Ahau, Rulers of Yucatan. Experience the challenges of leadership in the deep jungles of an ancient city, Yucatan. Build and secure your legacy as a Mayan ruler and expand your lands, collect resources, and make an offering to the ancient gods. This is a Euro-style worker placement with resource management and dual engine building. If this one sounds interesting to you, make sure you back it on day 1 because they're giving away a free expansion. Next up, I have Trinity of Reign. This is actually relaunching on Kickstarter, and this is a medieval strategy area control game. You're trying to build your own unique castle. Choose when to upgrade your town and when to fight to conquer lands. There are 3 different ways for you to win. If you don't reach any of those conditions, then the player with the most victory points at the end of 9 rounds wins. Next up, I have Rolling Heights. This is a rolling meeple city building game for 2 to 4 players by AEG. You are taking on the role as a general contractor and you are starting a business expanding the city. You're trying to complete buildings and gain the most amount of points that you can. Tang Garden Seasons, the final expansions for Tang Garden. This is by Thunder Griffin Games, and it plays 2 to 4 players in 45 to 60 minutes. So if you enjoy Tang Gardens, this is an expansion I definitely think you should check out. Aldarra Reborn. This is a strategy board game where you control awesome airship miniatures. Gather resources, build your fleets, wage epic battles, and see if you can win. Tidal Blades 2 Rise of the Unfolders. This is more of a cooperative dungeon crawler campaign game with 18 different scenarios. This one comes with a new Nexus grid that allows players to build up actions and create powerful combos. If you didn't like the first Tidal Blade game and you're looking for something more cooperative, definitely check this one out. Speaking of dungeon crawl games, I have Kingdoms of Forlorn. This one's supposed to be coming out to Kickstarter on February 15th. This is going to be an amazing dungeon crawl game. This game is going to be focusing on tactical combat, character building, and amazing storytelling. You're going to be building your own knight from the ground up, and you're going to be crafting different gear. The storyline decisions that you make in this game will have a lasting impact until the end. I think this one's going to raise a lot of money. I've seen a lot of people hyped up for this game, so this one is definitely worth checking out. Now moving on to something a bit lighter, we have a tabletop look and find book by Kevin Grubb. He's been working on this for over 2 years, and I highly recommend to check this one out. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to try to find all those board game components. Next up, I have Monster Pit. This plays 1 to 5 players. It is a fully cooperative adventure game. This game blends several mechanics, including dice crafting, tableau building, and worker placement. During the game, you'll also be completing quests for the king, to buy items for the town hall, and ride and mount and fight creatures in the streets of the Citadel. The more I read about this game, the more interested I am to learn more about it. Next up, we have Wreckland Run by Renegade Studios. This is a solo 7-chapter campaign game where you are building different characters with different vehicles. Very Mad Max vibes off this game. If you're a solo player, check this one out. Next up, we have Earth, another amazing looking game for 1 to 5 players that plays roughly in 30 to 90 minutes. This is an open engine building card game with simple rules to follow, but tons of different strategies to come up with. Every new game, you'll discover new synergies and connections of cards that you can play. This is a game for anyone that likes card engine building games. 51 State Ultimate Edition. Why get this one? Well, if you're a fan of the 51 State games, this one includes everything in one box. You get all the expansions and promos, including the new No Man's Land. That expansion will add more area control to the game. You can also get custom wood and resources. If you're ever interested in getting this game, now's the time to jump in on it. Let me know in the comment section down below what games you're looking forward to back this month. Or if nothing catches your eye, let me know what games you're looking forward to come out later this year. Check out this video right here to learn more about some great games, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.